I met him yesterday.
When did
It was nice talking to you.
is that Tom friendly?
Yeah.
I was like, wait, how is Tom back? Okay, so that was a flashback, but they made it seem like a flash forward. That was cool. Everybody's been seeing things like I seem to remember they get it on at some point. So did Ben have it planned all along to make sure Goodwin died?
Petty Ben.
You're mine.
Oh my god.
Oh,
After just saying
the
that.
worst thing anyone's ever said in this show.
Not sure we can recover from this, Ben.
No.
Oh god, it's so awful.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Tribe of Nerds. Michael, Kristin, Kevin, and I are back for more Lost, Season 4, Episode 6, The Other Woman. And yeah, we're talking about Juliet here. And Ben being very, I'm trying to find the word.
Creepy?
Creepy. Yeah, that's a good
flag.
Disgusting?
Yeah. Possessive, I guess is the word.
Psychotic?
Yeah. Yeah.
All the above?
We knew Ben was crazy. We knew Ben was petty, but like, did we expect this combination from him?
No.
No. I do think this is an unexpected turn from Ben. Like I never saw this side of Ben coming. It does come kind of out of left field. Like this is a divisive episode. I was just looking it up. It's got like a 7.7 on IMDb, which still sounds relatively high, but in terms of Lost episodes, it's one of the lower. But personally, I think I love this episode because there's so much lore, there's like so much explanation. And when we look at this episode, it's our first flashback in a while. I think the writers have understood that flashbacks have become tired, but there's certain characters that we do want more flashbacks from, and Juliet's one of them. Like, she's a relatively new character that we still haven't explored their backstory fully. And I think this is a really good one. I'm always surprised that it's kind of like a forgotten episode, I feel like, and it doesn't deserve that.
No, I agree. I love this episode. It's one of my favorites too. I think I had even told Kevin the other night, I'm like, I can't wait to talk about The Other Woman because we get so much more Juliet, and I love that about it. But
yeah, you did. Specifically, you were like, yeah, you guys could have done it without me because when Casey was sick, like, you could have done it without me, but like, I really love this episode.
Yeah, I'm so glad you guys decided not to do it without me.
No. You need the team.
Yeah, I would have been very upset. Yeah, no, I don't know why it gets. I mean, it kind of, I don't know. Maybe people are like, wait, like we're past her, maybe, and like so they just didn't feel like we needed more. But I always want more Juliet. I love her. I do have some fun facts though about this episode. There was a number. Everybody heard it. It was in the combo. Hopefully you guys heard it. It was 15.
I was wondering if the other numbers were like if you added two of them together, but I couldn't do the math quick enough in my head.
You actually, I didn't want to bring it up because it's like this is like really pulling this out and like like who's doing this? But if you subtract the other two numbers, it's 8.
Oh, okay.
But I'm like, come on, you guys are really like you're trying too hard on this one, so I just skipped over that one. But since you brought it up, Kevin, yes, if you subtract them, they are 8. When Charlotte and Juliet are fighting, also, can we talk about that fight scene? Can't wait to talk about it because like those two went at it, and I'm here for it. When they're fighting, though, however, we do see the stunt woman's face. So continuity here. Whoopsie, oopsie daisy.
Oh, stunt woman.
When the gas mask comes off.
Yeah. And also another kind of major continuity here. Goodwin died before Ethan, but they are at dinner talking about you should pull Goodwin because of what happened to Ethan.
Yeah, that is. I was trying to think of like the timeline there of like who died first, and because they both were sent out at the same time. So,
did he? By how long?
2 days before.
Oh, okay.
Did she say that Ethan died, or did she say what happened to Ethan?
Well, she said what happens to Ethan, which is
because Ethan does kind of, before he dies, he does kind of go crazy and go off the rails.
No, but she's talking about wanting Goodwin out because she's worried about him getting hurt because Ethan died. Like that's what it. Like she wouldn't care if he just went nuts.
I'm gonna pull a desperate attempt to save the continuity of the show. They died within 2 days of each other. They clearly like found Goodwin relatively late. Like it's potentially he was dead, but they just found him.
He might have already been dead, and she
before
just
they
didn't know yet.
discovered Goodwin's death. Yeah.
Well, I love you for trying to save that, but Ben doubles back on that and says that he's talking to Goodwin about Andalusia.
Ben's a liar.
Also, she mentions that Ethan, like for 3 weeks, and Ethan was there for like 4.5. So there are other continuity errors. I was just picking and choosing a few of them, but yeah.
I would say that when we're watching live in 2008,
yeah, we're not picking this up. No,
we're not remembering Ethan's timeline from season 1.
But I do think it's like, because we did have the tailies, right? When we went back to the other 48 days, like they were like day blah 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 day. Like I don't think that, like, obviously they're not planning ahead that far, but like it's like maybe we should have gone back and like added up those days to make sure they lined up a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's okay. It's not that big a deal. It's not that big a deal. It's just fun to see now the continuity. We had two instances of the black and white we've talked about before. So there are the black and white rocks in the little sand thing in Harper's office when Juliet's playing with the sand thing in the beginning. And also when she's on a date with Goodwin, she comes out of the water with a black bikini top and white shorts. So we did get a little of the black and white action. But those are my fun facts for the episode. So let's jump into the other woman, because I would love to be Sawyer's other woman, but that's a whole other.
We know.
I was going to point this out, Kristin. You want to be Sawyer's other woman, but let's be honest, you're the Ben in this situation.
That is not true. That's not true.
I was just going to say she'd love to throw horseshoes with Sawyer.
I'd be throwing something at Sawyer.
Restraining order.
You throw my tits. We've been through this.
I'm going to be folding the restraining order up into a paper airplane, just like, whoo. You want to catch this, buddy?
Attach it to a hole and throw it at him.
All right, let's get into this episode. So we do start off this episode. I do love, again, we've talked about Lost, where like they kind of like lead us into thinking another situation is happening and then pull the rug out from under us. And that's kind of what they did here with Juliet.
Yeah.
Obviously in a therapist's office, she's talking about being a celebrity, and it's kind of leading us because we know about, like, we've got people being rescued. So it's like the moment of like, is she Oceanic 6? This is great. Okay, now we got another person. And then Tom walks in and you're like, wait, what?
Yeah. That was my reaction. I was like, oh, so she is one of the Oceanic 6. This makes sense. And then Tom walks in. I'm like, when did Tom Friendly get brought back to life? Like, is this a Mikhail situation? Like,
with a very impressive stash he's got going on.
I was curious, is that a real mustache or is it like a fake? Does he have like the fake beard and then also a fake mustache, so he can choose like the look of facial hair?
Which version of himself he wants to be today?
Yeah, exactly. He can be any stage. Maybe he's got like a little fake 5 o'clock shadow that he can stick on.
But a couple things happen here. Obviously, like, she's like, you've been here a week now. So we know that this is like, now that after we get the Tom thing of it all, we are kind of piecing this together. She's been here for a week on the island. This is just me. If my therapist is being this kind of like bitchy to me right off the bat, and we're here for the meet and greet, I'm going to find a different therapist. Like, I don't know how many therapists are on the island, but I'm going to need a new one, because she is hostile towards her already. And like,
from the get-go.
And we haven't even slept with her husband yet. Like, good Lord, no wonder.
Yet.
But no, basically she's like, you're not a celebrity. You're no better than anybody. And she's like, that's not what I said. like she twists her words. Listen, also, for people that are ever considering therapy, this isn't how it goes, just so you know. So don't get scared by watching this scene, because that's not how therapy actually is. So, like, you'll be okay. They're not going to come at you and be crazy about that sort of stuff.
They're much better at listening.
Right.
I think the others have done worse than have a bad therapy program. Like, you've got one therapist, she's not great, but hey,
obviously.
At least, hey, the others are dealing with mental health problems. That's not something I
at
had
least
in
they
my
have a therapist.
2026. They have a therapist. Who'd have thought?
You know, maybe if they had a better one, we wouldn't have so many issues with the others then. I'm just throwing it out there.
Ben should be on that sofa.
Ben
Is she talking to Ben?
Ben should be in a straitjacket in a padded room with that not on a sofa.
Oh my gosh. But Tom does enter and he collects Juliet. He also mentions, he's like, she might seem rough around the edges. You think, Tom? She's crazy. But he's like, she'll have you crying about your daddy. I love that he had an accent in the whole moment. He turned in country real quick. He was trying to be a Sawyer moment. But they walk up to a house, and Ben, again, the creep factor starts off very strong in this episode with him standing there with flowers like, hi, welcome home. Ugh, can't. So just not okay. But yes, apparently he has given her a 2-bedroom, 2-bath house by herself. Here you go. And she's like, I'm only going to be here for like 6 months. And he's like, no, you're not. You're mine now. But no, so she just everything she was saying in Harper's office of like, I feel like I'm getting too much attention. And then Ben's like, yeah, here you go, have house. And everybody's like, and you see the people in the background too. They're all just like staring at her like, this poor girl. She's like, get me out of this like crazy island. I'm out of here. So that is how we open up. And we get the first flashback, like Michael brought up, like we're not really on the flashback train anymore. So it was nice to have kind of a flashback moment there. But we get to our camp here. Juliet's like making a shelter, and Son's like, why? And she's like, you still have to sleep somewhere tonight. What do you see the ship on the horizon, Son? What are you gonna do? But
that's her excuse. But I love how realistic Juliet is of like, hey, if we get rescued, we get rescued. But I've been on this island long enough to know that it's probably not going to work out. Like I'm going to continue living here as if I'm expecting to live here for the next few years.
Yeah. She is. But obviously Jack walks up and he's like, where's Faraday and Charlotte? And they're like, haven't seen them. And then Jen's like, oh, they walked off into the jungle.
Like, you said they were friends.
Right. Like, he's like, why didn't you say anything? Why would I if they're friends? Like, maybe the communication should be better. We've talked about this many, many times. Come on, Jack.
Just what I was about to say. Like all
he doesn't want to panic people.
Just communicative. Yeah.
Well, you don't want people to panic, but now I'm out here in the middle of the night with rain. I could be under my shelter having sex with my hot husband, Jin, but no, now you got me walking the jungle looking for people I didn't know we were supposed to be watching. Just throwing it out there. Jack, talk, communicate. Anyway, with that, they do fan out and Serge. I mentioned that it was convenient that the rain started literally as soon as he said fan out, and they start to walk, and it's just perfectly timed that the rain started. Michael had a great joke about somebody predicting the weather, but they're not there anymore. But
Locke would have seen this coming. He would have had like the island umbrellas. They would have made like umbrellas out of palm fronds and went through the jungle like something out of what's that show with the plane crash?
Lost.
I don't remember. No.
I was gonna say which episode of Lost? Which plane?
What's the one with the plane? The plane.
Lost.
The plane.
No.
Are you talking about what, Love Island or what, like the show with the little person?
Not Love Island.
It's not Love Island.
Mystery Island.
We're not going to say here.
It's not Manifest.
You keep talking. I'm going to look it up.
I don't know.
You look it up. Yeah. Anyway.
It was like something from that anyway.
Juliet hears whispers. We haven't had a good whisper moment, so this was exciting a little bit. I don't know about anybody else, but I was like, ooh, okay, what's about to happen? Also, this moment gets really weird and questioning, like, what all is happening. You're almost questioning your own sanity and I'm wondering if you should make an appointment with Harper.
Fantasy Island.
Great.
Oh,
that was.
okay.
I'm so happy we had that. But she hears whispers, and lo and behold, turns around, and there's Harper standing there. Very, very creepy again. Like, these people, like, they've got to work on their entrances because I'd be terrified to be running in the opposite direction. But she lets her know, hey, got a message from Ben. She's like, Ben's a prisoner. She's like, he still got me a message, and he also have to do this. And you need to go stop Faraday and Charlotte. They are going to kill everyone, and you need to stop them. And she's like, how am I supposed to stop them? And she's like, put a bullet in them. Like, I don't know what to tell you. You're going to kill them. That's what Ben wants you to do, and you're going to do it. But Jack comes to the rescue. Who are you? And she's like, we're old friends. The way she says it too, I'd be like,
that was not a sincere, friendly way to say that.
No.
I found it interesting. Again, we're getting these whispers. We're getting random people showing up from characters' pasts. I mean, I still don't know what this is about. I mean, we still are wondering why there's a ghost Walt running around. So I don't really have too many theories on what they could be necessarily. But it is interesting.
Well, it's a good point you bring up because I was going to actually ask you about this, Jake, because like we know that Walt appeared to Shannon, but he was on the raft, right? So,
Right.
like I'm like when I'm watching this for the first time, I'm like, okay, obviously this is like some figment of Juliet's imagination. But then Jack walks up and he's like, "Who are you?" And you're like, "Wait a minute."
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Real
I was like, all these characters are seeing things, but we've never. I don't think we've ever seen someone like Jack or any other character walk up and see the person that is. Yeah, belongs to that person. Yeah.
I mean, we did have Saeed at the end there. Like, she's like, "Do you see him?" So yeah, I mean, it's one of those. So like, is this the figment of their imaginations? Is this a real person? Are we gonna find out? It kind of leads you back into that all those questions we had back with Walt and Shannon and Saeed. So yeah, I like that it was kind of. Oh, I forgot about that. Now I have more questions. Like it's like one of those that you're like, oh, I had questions about this in season like 1, 2, and now you know what I mean. You're like, okay, cool. But yeah,
what I love about this is like, it's not a massive surprise, but the fact that I personally feel like this was actually Harper, and it's kind of like a bait and switch of, oh, could it be a whisper figment of imagination? Like, or is it actually just Harper? Like, if it is Harper, the fact that Ben is a prisoner and he is still managing to control things despite, and she says Ben's exactly where he wants to be.
Yeah.
Like, he is still pulling the strings despite being in a basement, just reading his books, eating pet rabbits potentially. I love that Ben is still kind of controlling things, and that his others are out there doing his bidding despite the fact he's beaten bloody in a basement.
Right. No, for sure. I mean, the question is and that's what like we're gonna have to like obviously stay tuned because like the whispers like start back up again and they're searching around and she within seconds disappears. It's like what's her butt all over again with the flight attendant. What's her name?
Cindy.
There it is.
Yeah.
Disappears within seconds.
I wanted there's a really funny video of, you know, when Batman does that where he's like the Gordon will turn around and he'll turn back and Batman's just gone.
Yeah.
And someone's done like an edit of Batman just like scurrying away. I want like the edit of Harper just when people turn
like
around, she
into
just
the bushes,
runs off into the jungle and hides behind a tree.
So funny. But yeah, so I mean, that's kind of our opening. We do lead into our next flashback where we see Juliet is crying. We'll find out here in just a few seconds. It's because she had lost a mom there. We know that she's there from all of our previous stuff with Juliet. She's there to try and help these pregnant women not die when they're having babies. But this is where we get her. She hears some noise. She goes into another room and meets Goodwin for the first time. It's like, oh my God, we're getting all these like people. Tom Friendly's back. We got Goodwin. All right, cool. Down with this. But he's searching for gauze. He has a burn that he burned on a transformer. She's like, here, let me take care of you. They have a little connection. This is where I also have great love for Juliet in this moment where she's like, Harper's a bitch. And he's like, she is my wife.
Yeah, that was funny.
My wife.
I mean, he didn't say she was wrong. She said, that's my wife.
It's true. But yeah, so I mean, they do leave off this moment of kind of starting a friendship. He's trying to comfort her, obviously. He's like, this isn't your fault. She's like, whose fault is it? I was brought here to fix this. Like, and I'm not fixing it. And he's like, listen, like you just got here. Like, you're fine. Like, he is trying to take the moment to comfort her. We do have that funny moment of the slip up of talking smack about his wife. But then at the end of it, she's like, all right, I'll make you a deal. You don't tell your wife what I said about her, and I will not tell anybody that you lied about the burn on your arm because that is a chemical burn. And which is we're gonna hear about this like late, and it's still not even like fully, but we're gonna deal with that with Dan and Charlotte here in a little bit. But yes, oh God, I hate it.
I wanted to point out the similarities between what Ben did to Locke and what Ben did to Juliet, of like building both of them up to be this like huge important person, and everyone's staring at them. Like in the scene when she's getting the house, like everyone's watching her. right? Like she said, she feels like a celebrity. She feels isolated. Like it was the same thing. Like it's the middle of the night and Locke gets woken up and they're all watching him, like waiting, like, okay, he's going to do it. He's going to do it. Right. Like it's like, he does this where he sets them up in an impossible situation to then like force them to fail. So then like just how he does this to people and like makes them feel useless and worthless is like so evil.
Yeah.
I love when I agree with you. It doesn't happen that often, but like, yeah.
It happens all the time, Michael. It's just Locke.
True. But like, yeah, because Ben is so emotionally like withdrawn. Like, there's nothing Ben won't do, and he knows that that regular people, like actual human beings with a conscience and emotions, will struggle with these kind of things. So he can use that to his advantage. Like, and he does it all the time. I've surprisingly never made that connection before, so I love that.
Yeah, he's Ben is just knows which nerves to touch, and it's just crazy. Like I never would have necessarily pieced this part of him in this episode to like how he has been, but then I'm also like, well, it also kind of fits. So
and then that alienates people from the like, then like, should they follow Locke? Like, I don't know, he didn't fill his duty. Like, should we go with Juliet? Like, I don't know, she didn't really do what she was supposed to do, right? Like, it's so evil. He's so good at this.
We're gonna get to more evil of him here shortly, but
yeah, this is the tip of the iceberg with Ben in this episode. Holy shit!
Yeah.
There are two different evil Bens going on. There's the long-term evil Ben, and then there's the short-term evil Ben.
And that's a very terrifying one. It's like you love him like because you're like he's brilliant, and then he does something like this, and you're like, oh god, I can't like him. I can't like him anymore. But before we get anywhere closer to that, but we do have this moment, a very sweet moment, I think, with Jack and Juliet here, where you can tell that she's obviously like kind of upset about this moment with Harper and now Ben. Like, we've also had this moment with the cassette tape, right? Like, Ben wants you to like spy on all the pregnant women and we're gonna go take them and stuff like this. But she's able to like just, Jack, I need you to help me. Will you help me? And like, he doesn't even have to say anything. He just kind of like puts his shoulder down. Like, he's like all like, tense, and then just kind of relaxes. And she's like, thank you. Like, he doesn't even answer her, but she just knows like by his body language. They've got such a great connection going here that they've built from way back when he was in a tank. And she's like bringing him grilled cheese sandwiches. It's great. So I just think that's a really sweet moment with them. We also have a moment between Dan and Charlotte. I will like to point out, now that I've met Faraday in real life, this little scene by the river, they had to have the strongest of mics on him because he talks like this in real life. I kid you guys not. I was like, huh? It's like the girl in like Pitch Perfect that's like, I have gills like a fish, and like you can't hear her. This is Faraday in real life, just so you know. Like, he did not act at all. This little whispery, raspy voice is him, and I needed a microphone attached to him yesterday. But he's a very nice guy.
I gotta believe that's a genuine like acting choice. There is something to be said about if you're an actor and you're whispering and you're talking very quietly. It's something that naturally means the audience goes like this. Mm-hmm. Like, whenever Daniel speaks, we go like this. Mm-hmm. It's like we draw into what he's saying because we have to really listen to him, and it draws you into the character. It's unique.
Yeah,
it is wild, but I love it, kind of.
But it was so funny because like you kind of like, up until I met him yesterday, I'm like, this is just like the character, right? Like, he's like that nerdier, quieter, like wallflower type of person. No, that's him. Like, he did not act at all. He didn't have to. Like, that is definitely him. So, but he was very, very nice. Very, very nice to meet him, and it was fun. Anyway, moving on. But I love, again, this moment with Faraday and Charlotte too. He's like, what if I can't do it? And Charlotte, we know that they've been doing something where she's like, yeah, 2 and 3 ain't bad, whatever, like they've been doing. But she also has his back too of like, you'll be able to do this, Dan. Like, I believe in you. Like, what are we doing? But sure, like, I love the attaboy moment from Charlotte and Faraday there. But it doesn't last long because Kate shows up And we all know Kate is going to question everything, but they are lying and not doing it well. They're like, oh, sat phone died. We're looking for batteries. Don't mind that green light on in the backpack right there.
I love Kate. I've defended Kate many a time. Kate, do not turn your back to these people. Like, you have caught them in 2 lies in this conversation.
In about 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Like, as they were coming out of their mouths, you caught them in lies. Do not turn your back to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a little shocked by that because I would think Kate would have better instincts as like a fugitive. Kind of like she's used to like not turning her back on people and being aware of things. So I was a little shocked that she just like put herself in that position.
Well,
also it's just hilarious that like Daniel has now been caught twice in the same lie. Packing his own bag is Daniel's weak point. He's been caught twice having gas masks in his bag.
What's in here? Water bottles.
I was in charge of packing.
Can I check
Island
that?
supplies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank God he has Charlotte though, because can you imagine Faraday trying to like after Kate like opens it and she's like, "What's this?" and he's like, "Wasn't in charge of packing." I don't know. This was bad.
I also like. Granted, like part of it is written this way to be mysterious for us, the audience, but like I feel like these people also don't trust Ben. Like you could have told them, like, "Hey, Ben might try to kill us with a gas, so we have gas masks.
Right.
We didn't bring enough for all of you. Sorry. Here's one extra you can have, but
fight over it. Fight amongst yourselves."
Like I don't know how to tell you this.
Saying that maybe communication isn't the best suit on laws. Like again. Just talk to them. It's so frustrating. Yeah, especially because we're gonna learn like that they are genuinely doing a good thing. Like, it's a reasonable person. Just explain it to them.
Yeah,
why is her first instinct to knock her unconscious?
I think it's because their mentality, like they know that our people think that they're there to rescue them, and so they just like stumbled upon them. They like, you can tell that they were not prepared for that. Like, yes, they were like, maybe, but like, there's also a plane under the water. You know what I mean? So like they know that that's not their first mission. So how do you explain it to these people that were like, "Oh, you're here to rescue us"? Well, no, we're not. We have a couple things we have to do first. We have to like get rid of Ben. We have to like protect you from gas. But sure, on the way out, we got you.
You can totally come with us after we take care of this other thing.
Yeah, I think that's the part of like they have to basically come forward and be like, "We're not here to rescue you. We will, but like we're not like." They're afraid to do that part. So then now we got like all these horrible communication things happening.
And also Charlotte knows more than anyone how truly dangerous Ben is. Like she took 2 bullets in the chest from this guy like 24 hours ago.
Yeah.
Like she knows the person that she's dealing with now. Like he's got one weapon, we need to get rid of it now.
Well, and yes, if they're gonna say that he could release a gas and kill everybody, but we only have one. We have 2 gas masks for all of you. That's gonna create hysteria. Yeah. Listen. I understand that there are excuses for it. My point is, they could have just said something.
Right.
Just say something.
Just communicate. We've said this many times. But yeah, so Kate does turn her back to them after she's caught them in many lies. And that, of course, leads her getting knocked upside the head by Charlotte. Charlotte is like, she is in a mission to beat the crap out of people in this episode. She has 0 F's given anymore. But before we go into our next flashback, there was another moment with Juliet that I think is so heart-wrenching with her because, like, you see Jack kind of like, "You gonna tell me about this? Like, what's going on? Like, who's this woman?" She's like, "Yeah, well, like, it's fine." And he's like, "Well, you know everything about me because of my file." And she's like, "Well, you don't want to see my file." And I think that that's so heart-wrenching of like, she obviously has feelings for Jack. They're connected. And she's just like, "I can't show you that because you're not going to like what you see and then you won't like me." I just think that's so sad for Juliet in this moment.
And going back to how Ben set her up of like, she feels so broken.
Yeah, right. No, exactly. I just and like it's a line.
And like Juliet's a good person. Like what has, if you go back, what has Juliet done that has been her own choices that have been bad?
Yeah.
Like nothing that we've seen. but she's been implicit in things that her group have been doing, and it's like she's a victim in this as much as anyone else. But it's like she also still has to. That's what I really love about Juliet. She still bears the responsibility of that. She doesn't just kind of pass it off as, oh, like, oh, I had nothing to do with that. She did. She might have been coerced and manipulated into it, but she was a part of it. And like I love that she actually owns that. I think that's really like mature and responsible of her.
Yeah, no, I agree. Well, going back to her flashback, we have Juliet and Ben. They're sitting there with she's trying to explain what's happening. I hate, like, I can't. This is, it just gets like, I get more like goosebumpy every chance we get here with Ben and Juliet. But she's explaining everything. He's like, can I take a look? He like does the whole nasty slide hand, and she's like, absolutely not. Gross. And then lo and behold, Goodwin walks in. Guys, come up with something better than I had an extra sandwich. So bad. But then like you see again, this is like where we're getting creep factor off the radar for Ben. Like him staring him down is like,
yeah,
ugh, like heebie-jeebies. And then he's like, oh, I guess you don't want the sandwich. Have fun with my wife. Tell her I said hi. Ben, did you want the sandwich? I didn't know you were gonna be here, but sure, did you want the sandwich? He's like, I'm good. And like, he's just like, it's not great. It's not great. But then we get Juliet meeting with his wife, Harper. Harper is even more of a bitch this time.
Understandably this time.
Understandably.
This time is justifiable.
Correct, yes. But she said it, Ben, like, she's like, how do you feel about Ben? She also has a line here that I know that, like, I perk up and like, who are we talking about? She says, you look just like her. What's happening? What? Yes. What, like, you immediately perk up and start asking these questions. And then she goes back to Goodwin. She's like, so you got friendly with Goodwin. How long have you been sleeping with him? And Juliet's like, I am appalled that you would think that. She's like, bitch, no. No, don't pretend you're offended. Like, just own up to it. She also says to her, listen, stop doing this with him, but it's not because of me. And we'll find out from Goodwin later. He's been sleeping on the couch. Like, their marriage is broken. She's basically like, do this because Ben is psychotic and will kill him or hurt him or something is going to happen to him. There are going to be consequences, which we know. Sadly, there were. But yeah, no, it's just one of those.
Do you guys? So this isn't something it's something that's put out there for people to discuss, but it's not something that's explicitly given as an answer. Do you guys have a thought of who she reminds him of? Because I have a theory. I want to know what you guys think about that.
Oh boy. I want to say his mother. Like I want to say that because wasn't his mother like super important to him that we saw in the flashback? So I think that's honestly who I think he wants Juliet to be more than anything.
That is exactly what my like headcanon is. My first thought was like the little girl. What was her name? Little Annie. But yeah, I think this episode more than any shows like the issues that Ben has as a person, like from childhood, and having that from his mom. Like, I think she's blonde, like they're both beautiful women. Like I think it's some kind of latent like motherly issues within Ben where it's something that he sees within Juliet where it's like, oh, it's like this missing void within him. That's something that I've always thought, but I don't know. I think it makes sense.
I have also always thought that they're referencing his mom here, which makes it even worse because he's trying to hit on somebody that no, it doesn't help the situation.
Hello, Dr. Freud.
It makes it a little worse, actually.
Right.
Yuck. No, thank you. But yes, so heading out of that with the warning of do not, like, you need to end this. There's consequences. I'm coming for Locke, Michael. Just buckle up, okay? I'm coming for Locke in this moment. Claire comes over to question and she's like, "What are we doing, Miles? How's it going? How's dinner?" When Locke uses the manipulation of Charlie to her, I want to punch him in his bald head and permanently leave it dented, because fuck off. Do not try and use Charlie. And Claire does exactly what she needs to do and handles Locke very appropriately, being like, all we know that Charlie said was that it's not somebody's boat. We need to be finding out whose boat it is, and you obviously suck at it, so put me in there. So, fuck you, Locke. Choo-choo!
No.
No, do not even defend this.
Oh, I'm gonna.
Oh boy.
Here we go.
So Claire's like, I want to go talk to Miles. Like, I want to chat to him. What are you gonna do, Claire? You think Claire's gonna get this information? Claire?
Yeah,
Who the
she's
fuck's even
nice.
Claire?
She's nice. She's gonna go in there with her cute little turnip head baby, and she's gonna be like, "Hey, Miles, like, I'm sorry that Locke over here is a jackass, but can I find out whose boat it is? That's all I care about. Like, you don't have to tell me what you're doing, but like, can
Good cop, bad cop it. She could easily be the good cop.
Yeah.
The other issue is Claire can't go see Miles because Locke is lying in this moment. Miles is currently down in the boathouse with a grenade in his mouth.
Yeah.
It's very true. But also, I mean, we get this, like, we also know how Locke has been with Kate too. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's like, this is not a democracy here. Like, I'm in charge. You're going to listen to me. And that's not what these people signed up for, though. Like, you're not my dad. You are not going to tell me you can't tell me what I'm going to do, what I can and can't do. And he should know
Locke
that.
is daddy.
A lot. But just the whole fact of like, no, I would punch him in his face immediately. But you are definitely not using the manipulation of my dead boyfriend. It's not happening. Gross.
Boyfriend? They like kissed once.
Yeah. He brought
Michael,
up
sometimes you just have to admit defeat, buddy. Sometimes you just gotta
Okay, we can move on. It's fine.
I mean, I was fighting on that one, but I was assuming Kevin was going to jump in, but he doesn't need to because that's just bad. It's horrible.
It's just
Disgusting.
wrong. It's just wrong.
Yep. Can't do it. Choo-choo. Anyway, moving on. The next best thing that's ever happened in this episode is the Locke and Ben battle of words. I'm gonna let you guys go to town on this one, but when he pulls out the dollar out of the pocket and says, "Here, let me help you get started," these both, like, I am here for this moment. They both easily handled themselves very appropriately in that moment, but I was here for the battle of words. But you guys could discuss this.
Yeah, I love that they're both still trying to one up each other. I think this relationship is fascinating between Locke and Ben.
I mean, it's funny. I think Locke just ends up. I think Locke loses this by a mile, right? Like, when he's like, he hands him the dollar. I'm like, I'm pretty sure Ben has access to that amount of money. Like, he doesn't need your dollar. Like, Locke thinks like, oh, I've got you, and you're in this prison, and you've got nothing, and you're gonna have to raise that money from scratch. And I'm just like, no, he doesn't.
Like, yeah, does Ben have the upper hand on Locke? Like, of course he does. Like,
but also, Locke doesn't know that. Like, Locke doesn't know that. How?
Right, we know
how
that.
Are you going to get $3.2 million when you're locked in this cell? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he does. I do feel like he is kind of winning in that moment because, yeah, how are you going to get $3.2 million when I've got you locked in a concrete cell here?
He's going to make a phone call.
That happens to like wobble when you throw a plate at it. I mean, it seems very sturdy.
I think it's the issue of like underestimating Ben.
Yeah,
and I think a lot of people do that of like underestimating the reach that Ben actually has. But like, firstly, I've got to mention one of my favorite lines. I love when Locke gives Ben the rabbit. He's like, "This didn't have a number on it, did it?" It's like, "Did you kill my pet?" I might sedate my pet and fake its death, but I don't want you to actually kill my pet rabbit. But also, Locke comes out this a winner. That we will get to it in the next, later in the episode. But Locke gets valuable information from this. And sometimes you've got to listen to your enemies. Like, Ben has a lot of information. There's a reason why Locke didn't kill Ben. Like, Ben has information. by the end of this, we learn whose boat it is. Locke didn't know this before. He chooses to listen to Ben. Yes, Ben gets something good out of it. Ben gets his freedom, but it's beneficial to him to listen to Ben in this situation because Ben has information. That's why he's here. There's no use in keeping him alive down the basement if you're not going to listen to anything he has to say.
I mean, I think it's a fun conversation. I think Locke is he's coloring in the checkerboard while Ben has already won the chess game. Like they're not even on the same page.
You know,
I totally agree. This has never been a conversation of who's the better manipulator.
No.
Like Ben is.
It's just
we all know
fun
Ben
to
is
toe to toe. Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
I would also like to point out that, you said by the end of the episode, he finds out whose boat it is. I think if he would have sent Claire in, we would have found it earlier. But, whatever, to each their own. But he also brings up, okay, well, you obviously don't trust me. Let me show you, which, of course, leads us into our next flashback with the Goodwin Juliet date that we mentioned earlier. He mentioned stealing the wine off the sub. He's thought this out. He's head over heels in love with Juliet. She's like, no, it's not a great idea. And he's like, why? And she's like, well, Ben wouldn't like it. And he's like, why? Because he has a crush on you. And she's like, how do you know that? He's like, who doesn't know that? This guy is creepy and following you around. It's weird.
He's not subtle.
No.
But again, this comes back to underestimating Ben. Like Goodwin, to his own death, underestimates Ben. Like he's just like, that's little nerdy Ben. Like what's Ben gonna do?
Right, what's Ben gonna do?
I'll tell you what Ben's gonna do. Let's wait and see.
Well, I was just gonna say this relationship is like the jealous nerd of like the popular high school jock that like gets the girl, the really cute blonde girl, and so the nerd like plans the downfall of the super popular jock. So
this is also,
that's are evil. Subscribe to the Tribe of Nerds.
This is also very reminiscent of a Criminal Minds episode. Just gonna throw it out there. This would be a Criminal Minds episode. But no, I mean he does bring up like what's Ben gonna do? I'm not worried, like who cares? And then to seamlessly go into the montage of the plane crash and him saying, Goodwin, you gotta go. Conveniently, they leave Ethan out of this. And I don't know if it was a scheduling thing that they couldn't get Ethan back to like film this again. I feel like they could have pulled the archive for it, but they instead used the moment to have the looks between Goodwin and Juliet and then Harper and Juliet. So they do throw that in there, which, I mean, obviously it does like add more to the story of it, but like it's weird to not have like at least show Ethan. Like they completely cut off the moment that Ethan runs up to. It's
right.
I just say how funny I find it that like they have used this scene like half a dozen times at this point. We've gone back to this opening scene from season 3 so many times, and each time we like insert another random character into the collection of people that are around Ben. It happens so many times. It's so funny to me. Like they clearly never re-recorded Ben's line, so it's just Ben doing it's the scene of Ben from season 3, episode 1, but with a bunch of new people just joining the scene.
Yeah,
like, right. There was definitely no Harper standing around that when we
like they just somehow
like right behind Ben too. Like we were zoomed in up, we would have seen her. So
like they CGI'd her into the scene.
Yeah,
it's fine. We didn't notice her the first time. We didn't know who she was. She was a background character then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, sure. When you go back and rewatch it for the 500th time and you still don't see her, we'll remember that.
You just didn't see her from that angle. It was fine.
That angle. Back to our beach here. We've got Jack and Juliet coming across Kate. Juliet says, I'm going to go get her water. I can't believe Jack even thought that was actually what Juliet was about to go do, knowing who Juliet is. She is on a mission. We know that this is like a mission from Ben, and she always feels like she has to like do what Ben says or else there's consequences. And as we know, we're going to get this Goodwin moment. And so I also think that this is like protection of Jack, right? Like if she knows that Ben knows that she's close with Jack. If I don't go do what he says, is Jack going to be the new Goodwin? And so he's like, yeah, I'm going to go get water. Jack's like, oh, you're the best. Thanks, sweetie. And he's like, Kate, you okay? My other sweetie pie, like the other woman. And then he's like, shit. Where'd my other girlfriend go? Oh, she's not here anymore. Yeah, so Juliet definitely takes off to go and continue to do what she's going to do. But Kate does tell Jack about the gas mask. Good communication. It's a miracle. I can't believe we actually got some communication happening. And then going back over to the Camp Otherton, we have Ben coming up from the basement, and he mentions like the safe is behind look behind this picture. There's a safe. Who would have thunk that there would be a VHS sitting behind that safe? That was not on my bingo card.
Not just any VHS.
The Red Sox.
The Red Sox.
The Red Sox tape that Jack he showed Jack
yes.
when he was like, "I will take you home."
Yes.
Like, I love that.
Well, you can't use that.
How many videotapes do they have? They just taped over the one.
Well, I'm like, Ben, that's good. Like, what happens when you have another Jack on the island? You have to prove that you can get him home. You just ruin the game.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, so he does show him this VHS, which brings us a lot of information. We do see Widmore. Like, you brought it up too, Michael. You're like, go get Desmond. Go talk to Desmond about this. But Ben's like, I don't know why he wants the island. I don't know how he knows about it, but this is all I have. He brings out the file too. Like, here's some stuff I pondered and like I've guessed on. Here's some concrete stuff. Here's this stuff that I found out, and pretty much gives him everything. But he does say that he brings up the mold looking like the Virgin Mary, and he's like, imagine if all these people come here to this island, like you fell from a plane and learned how to walk again. Like, he's trying to extort this island, and we have to, and we know that Locke is like the island, this, as Kevin says, the special island boy. Like, he's like music to his ears. How dare this guy try and do this to my island? Absolutely not. My precious. I can't do it. But yeah, so we do get that, and then we leave them with.
Sorry, this is huge. Like, I want to ask Jake about this. Like, this is learning who's the boat is, and personally for me, like Charles Widmore, kind of like with Anthony Cooper, where he's like a character that was purely a flashback character that became part of our little island story. Did you ever expect like Charles Widmore was going to become like, oh shit, like Widmore's looking for the island? This even goes back to the previous episode. We see that Widmore's buying the Black Rock book. Like, this all connects to Widmore's looking for the island. He's got a boat off the island. I personally, when I was watching this, I was like, wait, Widmore's going to be involved in the island story? Like, that's not what I expected. This is like a huge development.
Yeah, I guess I'm not entirely shocked, because I mean they've kind of set up like, Penny's looking for Desmond, and like her dad has always like been kind of a jerk. And so I think part of me just was like, I'm not shocked by this. I guess I'm definitely thinking about who the man on the boat on the inside could be more than Widmore being involved.
I don't give a shit about Widmore. Who's on the boat? Which is where I was going to lead you to, is like, that's where we leave this whole Widmore thing of, he's like, well, who's on the boat? And he's like, you might want to sit down. Yeah, I'm sitting down. What's the answer? I need to know. Yeah, Jake, do you have any thoughts on who you think this could be? Is it somebody that, like, because we know in that video too, like, he's, do you like how Locke's like, who's in the blindfold? He's like, one of my idiots that got caught. Like, he's not sure about any of these people, but he did he's like, you need to sit down. And like, I'm like, okay, is it Penny? like it's weird.
I do wonder if like Michael is still gonna have some part to play in the show, because all we saw him and Walt like leaving, and like, I mean, are they theoretically gonna even be able to get back home from where they're at based on all the information we know? I don't know. Like, I could see it being Michael if they want to continue doing something with that character, but also I don't know where you're gonna go with that character, because you kind of like stomped his character arc into the dirt. Like, he's no longer like redeemable in that way. So
I don't think Ben cares about redeemable, to be fair.
Well,
The guy's
Ben
a piece of
doesn't
shit.
care. Ben doesn't care. I was saying from like a character arc perspective
Yeah.
of like someone that started out as one of our people that was in the plane crash on Oceanic Flight.
Who's in the plane crash? Who isn't dead? Is not surviving in an air pocket in an underwater station, or dead in an underwater station.
Right.
Stop. You
and,
just told him who it is. Let's it be Mikhail. He obviously survived all that, and he's back.
And yeah, definitely that line of like, you might want to sit down. Like it's got to be someone that is going to have some weight to Locke himself. I remember that being like my biggest takeaway from that is like, it's not gonna be like, hey, it's my man Jimmy, my other friend Jimmy. Locke wouldn't be like, the fuck's Jimmy?
Right.
It's gotta be someone that's got like weight to Locke. Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what I thought back in 2008. I think I just thought that it was someone that we had already met on the boat. Yeah, like somebody. Like that was one of his people. I don't think I thought it was anybody important.
Right.
So when I watched this, I remember my friend, especially with this like shock value of it all, I thought it was Helen. And I'm not gonna throw out if I was correct or not. But I remember when we watched this episode, I was like, it's Helen. Like it's freaking Helen. Like that is the way that like that's immediately where my head went. I was like, that's going to matter to him. Like, and then that, like, that's who you pull in. That's the manipulation on Locke, right? It's just like the Anthony Cooper of it all. Right. So that, especially when he already brought Anthony Cooper, Locke brought him, whatever, idiot. But with that, like, that's where my friend and I, we argued about this for the longest time because I was like, that's where the weight of it is with Locke is the manipulation of those people in his life. So I'm not going to tell you if I was right or wrong. Jake, you're just going to have to wait and find out.
We will see.
We will see. Yeah. But yeah, we do get Juliet arriving at the Tempest, and then that leads us into a next flashback here where she arrives to a dinner party that is not a dinner party. Ugh, it keeps getting worse, and you don't think it can. Like
this is like
that
so cringy.
Oh God,
it's bad.
How he answers the door, he's like, "Come in, Juliet, let me go get the ham." Oh, it's so weird.
I'm so excited to get my loaf of bread out of the oven.
Oh my gosh.
Ham. It was ham.
Okay, ham, whatever.
No, she came with the rolls for 20 people that were not there. Like, I love that she's also like, hope you like dinner rolls.
Yeah, that's hard.
I will say,
plates set up on the table, where she's like got this whole thing of rolls, and there's like 2 plates on the table. Like, oh
and
no,
and it's oh God, yeah.
It's also like I a little bit going back to the communication thing though. Like, you didn't mention to anyone, Juliet, that like I'll see you at the dinner party. Like, there's only so many of you in this camp at all. Like, it didn't come up with anybody. You didn't notice that nobody else was on their way to Ben's house.
Apparently not.
That's just me like joking about the situation. This is obviously Ben being a creep.
Yes. But we do get a lot of information here in this little dinner party for 2 that was supposed to be for 20. We find out that Juliet's taking care of the kids that were like stolen from the tail section. Like, and she's like, they're asking about their mom, and he's like, they won't ask anymore. What? Ben. What? Why? Like, unless you're planning on brainwashing these children, but like, they are not just going to forget their parents and that they were on a plane heading to Los Angeles. So like, but we also know, like, when we saw, like, because when we saw them at the cage with Jack, with Jack, they brought up Ana Lucia. So the fact that you think that they're not going to remember their mom, then when they remember Ana Lucia that they had for like 2 days, like, nuts. He's just, I can't. But we also have Juliet asking about Goodwin, like, and this is where we had the continuity error. She's like, well, Ethan, he died, even though he hasn't died yet, but like, he died. And Goodwin is well alive, and we need to pull out my man. And he's like, no, it's not time for that. But then on top of it, then he goes into like, he's making this case for Ana Lucia. It's kind of appropriate. He's really fond of her. Dude, you're such a dick.
Yeah, this is crazy, and even more so because like then obviously we're gonna see in the timeline of like later on that Ana Lucia is then going to get killed to get Ben out. So it's funny to see him like talking about Ana Lucia in this way too.
Yeah. No, definitely. Well, back to the Tempest we go, and Juliet enters. And also there was a fun fact about this location that it was an old like army base. And Michael, do you know about this with the dinosaur thing? Like, so people took pictures of it, which led to all the fans thinking that there was going to be a dinosaur connection to Lost and stuff, which proved to not be. But I know all of us with the trees moving episode 1 were like, is this Jurassic Park? Like, that's fun. But yeah, so anyway, that was just a fun fact. But we get Juliet to enter in, and we hear warnings going off. We see Dan down there typing. No Charlotte in sight. Juliet, come on, you should have been prepared for this one. You should have been prepared for Charlotte to come out of the woodwork. But she does come out of the woodwork, and she starts fighting her. She's trying to get Dan to stop. They're like, we're trying to save you. And she's like, that's not what Ben said. And they're like, Ben's an idiot. He's a liar. Please just listen to us. But they bring up this gas. They're like, he has used this gas before. And we're like, oh, ears perk up. Yes, he did. We do remember the purge. We 100% remember this purge. And they're like, we're trying to disarm the gas. We're trying to make the gas like not like lethal anymore. And we see this moment with Juliet. Like, I don't know if she ever would have stopped, right? Like, she was going to continue to fight, but like, she did let them disarm it. But like, she, like, how do you trust? Like, I don't know. You guys have been lying to us since you got here. Ben's always been a liar. So like,
I think
scary.
I think, like, as she thinks about it, like, when she doesn't have a gas mask on, yeah, they'll release a gas, like, whatever. But now that they both have it off and they're still, like, you're going to die too. If the plan is release the gas and you're standing right here with no gas mask on, you're going to die too. So I think that, like, slowly starts to, like, bring her back.
And again, this is like a huge reveal. That's we've seen that Ben has taken out the Dharma people with this gas attack. How did they do a coordinated gas attack? Okay, we've got our answer to that. It's something that's just brought in as part of the story of this episode, but we now have our answer as to how the Dharma Initiative were taken out. Like, we do get answers on the show. This is what frustrates me. There you go. There's an answer right there.
I do agree with you that we do get some answers, but I'm also going to throw out this because here's the thing is, like, we don't see any type of urgency from Ben when this is the play. Like, they obviously want Juliet to go and shoot these people and make it not happen, but we know that the gas is releasing. So, like, there's no sense of urgency with Ben over in Camp Otherton right now. Like, so what, you're just going to die on the island too? Like, where, like, it's not matching up. Do you know what I'm saying?
No. I don't think, I think them trying to stop the gas was like accelerating the release of gas. Ben wasn't planning a gas attack here. This was them trying to disarm the gas, and it was like reacting to someone trying to interfere with the protocol. Like, if you try to stop a bomb and it's like, there's also a chance it might blow up. Like, this wasn't Ben was trying to get ahead of potentially taking out his greatest weapon. Yeah.
So they were going to, he said, make it inert. So basically make it so the gas is not toxic anymore. Right. So they weren't going to release it. Right. So he tells Juliet they're going to release it, so you need to stop them. But she would have been stopping them so that he still had that weapon available for later.
Yeah. Ben's plan wasn't to release the gas in this moment. There was
neither of them wanted the gas released. Neither of them were actually going to release the gas.
Mm-hmm.
No, I get that part. I'm just saying, like, you're saying them turning the gas to inert the gas is what made the gas start going off.
Whatever he started to do, I think was increasing the.
It just seems like this is like it's already releasing.
No, I think it was like under pressure, like the way that it was like going up on the little meter. I think it was just under a lot of pressure. Like whatever he was doing.
See, that part's always just been wonky with me because, like, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't. That's why, like, Lost is, they do throw us some like answers every once in a while, but like now you just put this out there that's like, was this already going on? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
and this is what, like 1970s technology. So like,
right. But it's like, you know what I mean? You could have like maybe thrown in something like, we had to turn this off, like, because once we started, then the gas was going to release regardless. You know what I mean? Like, they could have, like, you could have thrown in that line.
That's what they do say. Like, they do. Charlotte does say, like, look me in the eye, tell me that Ben wouldn't use this gas to to kill everyone on this island. Not that he is in the process of using this gas to destroy everyone on this island. Like, they're getting ahead of it. Ben's not on any suicide mission. Like, Ben wants to live. There's no way he's like, screw it, I'm gonna set the gas off.
That's what I'm saying. It leads you to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I guess maybe I've just not looked into it hard enough all the times that I've watched it to figure that out. But yeah, no, I just always felt like this was like a Hail Mary of, like, it was just gonna happen. Like, they wanted us to believe this was happening, and Ben was doing nothing to stop. Anyway, and moving on, we don't have to talk about it. With that, though,
it's an important part. Yeah,
it is an important part. Yes, but Dan does reset the gas, so now the gas is no longer harmful. And then we get our last flashback of the episode, which is we know that this is after Ben has found out he has a tumor. I don't really want to do this flashback, but we have to. But she is reading Jack's file. She's like, he's a spinal surgeon. You're good to go. She's still here doing, like, all this nice things for Ben, like, trying to help him out. And
she's still being a good person, even though he's been a creep to her.
Right. Yes. But she's like, what's wrong? You're not happy. You should be jumping for joy that a spinal surgeon just fell from the sky. And he's like, I need you to come with me. How about no? Absolutely not. I'm good. But she's like, okay, Juliet, no. But he takes her out. And not so nicely is like, oopsie, I should have listened to you. There's your dead boyfriend.
Yeah.
This is like showing the sister that had the baby at the park. This guy is so messed up. And so she brings up a good point. Why? Why are you doing this? Like, why are you showing me this? And he throws out the, like, why? Because I didn't bring his wife. Listen, Ben, we need you to really take a chill pill, like, take a step back. She has not shown any love to you whatsoever. And then he says the creepiest line of ever, and very aggressively says, "You're mine."
Yeah, this is bad. This is terrible.
This, again, Criminal Minds. This is a Criminal Minds episode with the, like, she's in the dungeon of the house, and he's like, "You're mine. You're never leaving." Yeah, no, Ben, this is not a good moment for you at all. Blech. Anyone want to try and defend Ben?
I'm not going to try to defend Ben, but Michael Emerson is my, like, favorite actor of all time. So I've listened to a lot of Michael Emerson interviews, and he talks about this kind of streak in Ben a lot in terms of something that he was really happy about with the character, that he's presented as this master manipulator, this, super villain style character, but in reality this shows who Ben is, and that he's someone that's, like, stunted. He's someone that he has this, like, hang up regarding his childhood, and he's, like, possessive, and he's petty, and it's such a bad look for him. But it shows that he's not this super master manipulator, perfect, like, character. He is so messed up, like, so messed up, and this is his possessiveness coming out in the worst way possible. Like, it is the worst look for Ben, the absolute worst look for Ben, but that makes him such a more interesting character. It makes him even more three-dimensional than Ben already was, in the worst way.
Yeah,
definitely three-dimensional. Yeah,
I agree. Well, to wrap up this episode, we do get Kate and Jack arriving to the Tempest. Do you love that Kate and Jack have obviously been through so much that they don't even care that we have, like, another, like, Dharma station? They're just like, whatever, it's another station.
Yeah. Another one of these things, yeah.
Right, but, like, Kate has questions. She's like, I don't trust you people. And Charlotte's like, I will show you. And she's like, yes, you will show me. I want all the information. And Jack, you come in, and he's like, no, again, this is the moment, like, we see that he trusts Juliet. He's not trusting Faraday or Charlotte. He's trusting Juliet when she's like, we're good. Like, and that has to bug Kate. Like, it has to, like, get under her skin. Like, that used to be me, Juliet. Like, I used to be that person for Jack, and you just kind of moved in. But yeah, so she does go off with Charlotte. This scene is so freaking beautiful between between Juliet and Jack. But she's like, Jack, Ben wanted me to kill them. And like, they're going to war with Ben. He's locked away, but he still knows all this information. He's going to win. And when he does, you can't be near me because obviously the Goodwin situation. And Jack and Juliet finally kiss. So cute. And he goes, let him find me. He knows where I'm at. Goodwin also had this like thought, Jack. Maybe you should listen to Juliet here.
My favorite line of the episode, like, these people came here to wage war against Ben, and Ben's gonna win. Like, I just love that so much of like Juliet has seen firsthand what this guy is capable of. There is a whole boat full of people like coming for this guy, and Juliet has no doubt Ben's gonna win.
Right.
Like, she has no doubt about it. Like, I love in terms of as in a writing perspective of setting up a character that is, tiers above everyone else. It's one little line that really sets up Ben is not to be underestimated.
Yeah.
Ben knows exactly what's going on, and he's gonna win this. I just love that line so much.
Yeah, I agree. Well, we end it with my man Sawyer. The best way to end anything, start anything, have him there the entire time. 2 seconds on the screen, and he's still so hot. Thank you for being my favorite character. But they are playing horseshoes, him and Hurley, and lo and behold, here walks out Ben, free as a bird. Should have had the Freebird song playing as he walked to his new house. Sawyer's pissed. Like, he's like, what are you doing out here? And Ben just smirks at him, and the Ben smirk of it all. He's like, see you at dinner, and shuts the house door like, oh, good Lord. But that's how we end this episode. So, yeah, good episode. I love the other woman. I think this is a very underestimated episode, as we said earlier, but favorite, least favorite, and let's get to the ranking.
Yeah, so favorite, I'll go Juliet. I mean, this is a good episode for her, and unfortunately she's dealing with an abusive relationship, a really nasty therapist. Like, she's dealing with a lot of struggles in this episode.
Stressful being her.
Yeah. And then least favorite, I'll go Ben, because this is really bad. So yeah, that's what I'll go with.
Yes, I agree. Michael, do not make Ben your favorite. Don't do it. Don't make Locke your favorite either. They can't recover in this episode.
I feel I have to make Juliet my favorite.
Yes.
Like, she's still in the wrong. Like, she's still cheating on. She's still part of a cheating relationship. The guy's married. Like, she has to take some responsibility for that. But yeah, Juliet's great in this episode. And I'll tell you this: there's one episode of the episodes that Ben's in where I'd make him my least favorite, and it's this one. Like, he's my all-time favorite character in anything ever. But I can't defend him here. Like, this is such a bad look for Ben. It's Ben at his worst, and not even like calculating, entertaining villain worst, just truly awful worst. Like, this is awful.
I think you also made him your least favorite when he did this to Juliet with the park too, because it was pretty bad there.
Did I? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Maybe
there might be two others. I don't know. Don't hold that to me. But yes, it's because of the Juliet. Kevin.
Yeah, I was trying to go through my head, like, can I justify making anyone else my favorite or least favorite? But like Jack's line about like he knows where I am, come find me. Like, yeah, that's great, but like it's Juliet also has the it's very stressful being another line, right? And she has the rest of the episode on top of it. So like, I can't justify picking anybody else besides Juliet. And like, I mean, I would gladly pick Locke, because I would pick Locke any episode he's on to be the least favorite. I could pick Charlotte because I think she's just kind of a bitch. I could pick other people and justify it, but like, the worst is Ben. Like,
yeah. No,
he's just the worst.
He is.
Right.
Well, you know what? I said I was gonna do it, and Sawyer, you're so hot, and you saved the whole episode in those 2 minutes because it was the worst.
Throwing horseshoes.
No, I'm literally. It's Juliet. I want to pick Sawyer. I do. He is very hot. But no, it's Juliet and it's Ben. Like, I think this is across the board, but I had to shout my man out anyway. He was there for 2 seconds. All right, let's rank it.
All right, I will bring up the episode rankings, and here we are. So we did also move the constant up a little bit because Greg did say that he wanted to put it up higher. So
We shout out to Greg. Thanks, Greg.
Came in with the save there, kind of.
Yeah. So
God.
the other woman, I think obviously for me, like I had the consonant a little lower than people, but I do think it's better than the other woman. I struggle because I do think like this is like has a lot of lore, has like some really interesting character pieces on it. You're learning how disgusting Ben is. I could be convinced to maybe put it in the top 20, but also like I don't know. I don't know what you guys are feeling. If it should knock Man of Science, Man of Faith out or not.
I just realized Walkabout is now number 9. This is crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
So for me, I do love this episode. I do love this episode. I know we're being very protective of the top 20 now. I will say, like, obviously the constant took out our other Juliet episode, which we were all like not wanting to do with not in Portland. And so it's like, okay, like that's probably where I would put it, would be around 20. However, it's going to get knocked out anyway. So like, could we leave Man of Science, Man of Faith there anyway? Like I'm a dime a dozen. Either way, I would either put it at 20 or not in the top 20 at all.
Yeah. The highest I would put it would be with orientation, right? Because it's like a lot of lore, a lot of like what's going on. And that's the highest I would consider putting it.
Yeah. Do you
know what I noticed? Orientation at one point was the number 3 ranked episode. Like when we got to season 2.
We have Walkabout at 9. Like what happened here?
Now it's like on the bubble of
getting taken out.
Heading out of the top 20. Yeah, I'm happy with it not being in the top 20. I think it's a really fun episode. It gives us a lot with Charles Widmore. You know, a lot of flashback on Island stuff. On Island flashbacks are always really fun. So, yeah. But I'm fine. I don't actually rate Man of Science, Man of Faith that high. I feel like it's a setup for what's to come. But yeah, there's no. It's gonna be knocked off. Let's face it. So
right, yeah. It doesn't. It's like we're gonna have it there for what a day.
Yeah, I'm okay leaving it off. So.
I do think it's the second best of this season.
I think that's probably accurate. I think it's better than Eggtown, so and the other two. So so we said
I would put it at number 2 for this season.
I would put it at number 2 as well.
Yeah. I'm good with that.
You're almost there, Juliet.
It's the other woman, but it's also the other woman.
Yeah.
All right, so that is officially the rankings, and that is the other woman. So like, share, comment, subscribe. Let us know your thoughts on what Ben did, and yeah.
Let us know what you would do if Ben tried to trap you on an island and force you to be in love with him.
Yeah.
You know who could trap me on an island and force me to be in love with him?
Sawyer.
We know.
We know. That's why I advise him to get a restraining order every episode.
Yeah. Well, with that, I'll let you guys get to your spoiler section, and we'll see you all next time for more Lost on the Tribe of Nerds.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Tribe of Nerds after Jake, the spoiler section of Lost. If you've not seen Lost in its entirety, move on. This is not the show for you. We spoil everything. You get the countdown. We warn you. If you're still here,
now fuck off.
Yeah, fuck off. So, I mean, not much to spoil in this one. This will be a brief one because we've kind of previously spoiled some stuff that there's not much. This is more of like a backstory that doesn't really lead too much in the future of the show.
This is a relationship episode.
Yeah, like Harper, never seen again. She's kind of like the sheriff.
This is more like a filling in the blanks episode. Like
Yes.
this kind of connects everything from Juliet. Do we get another Juliet flashback? I don't think we do. This is
That's
the end of Juliet's flashbacks, right? So this is the culmination of everything we need to know about Juliet. So it's like, okay, we know about the gas attack on the others. We know about Juliet's relationships and everything up to this point. And we do get like a little few breadcrumbs to go forward, but it's kind of like a tying things together episode.
Yeah, and we'd have more to spoil. We didn't already spoil it because, like, we get the whole like who's on the boat. You need to sit down for this one. We know there's gonna be weight to it. Jake, of course, guessed Michael. Annoying.
Michael, you said you guessed Michael at the time. I did not guess Michael at the
I
time.
did not guess Michael.
I can't remember whether or not it had been spoiled. I can't remember whether it was announced that Michael was going to come back and whether it was like, oh well, it's obviously Michael. I'm trying to take myself back to like 2008, but I definitely guessed Michael because the whole you're gonna have to sit down, like it has to be someone with weight to lock, and who other than Michael would be an option for that? But I don't know if whether I guessed that purely out of that conversation or if it was something that was already kind of in the discussion of, hey, Michael's coming back this season. I can't remember. It was a long time ago.
I definitely remember thinking it was Helen. Like that after we got Anthony on the island, I was like, Ben does not like he's a manipulator, like, and who else to manipulate? Like, especially to like for John, right? Like to manipulate Locke, like in that way. I'm like, Locke didn't give a shit about Michael.
I'd never considered Helen. That would have been wild.
Wouldn't have been
like
crazy.
If Helen showed up, like holy shit, that would have been so much fun.
That's
but
why I was like, that seems to hold
exploded.
more weight. Yeah, like that seems to hold more weight to Locke than Michael. He didn't give a shit about Michael. So yeah, no, I was definitely not.
Yeah, but then we can't have Helen. We can't have Helen die on the boat, become a whisperer. That's Michael's job.
That's true. That's true.
Helen deserves better.
And she probably wouldn't think to do the fire extinguisher.
Helen might deserve better, but she didn't get better. Her brain just exploded. That was just.
That's so sad. It's very sad, actually. But yeah, so I mean, he did guess that we never see the Tempest again. Like this is like the one only time we got a little moment of the Tempest. We never see Harper again. Poor Goodwin. Like he's been dead on that side of that hill.
Do we ever see? I think that's the end of Goodwin as well, right?
It is. Also, I didn't bring up this continuity error earlier, but like where that Goodwin is sitting is not where Anna Lucia killed Goodwin, just so you know. Like if you remember where they killed, like it was like a straight up like jungle. Like there was like bushes and everything around, and this is just like a perfectly like landscaped hill.
Maybe he just kept tumbling and tumbling and tumbling.
Like if you remember, he's like kind of like sitting on a like it's like straight up, you know what I mean? Like and there's grass and like vines around.
I think
him.
there's tall grass around, but I do think they're kind of in the because like they tumbled down the hill.
Right, but I'm just saying like it's now what they get a lawnmower out there. What? It was very much
okay,
jungle.
but the same thing happened in The Walking Dead when they got to the prison and the lawn was perfectly mowed, and it was like, who's mowing the grass in the apocalypse, right? Like,
hey,
that's what I'm saying.
We've already learned that the others have a therapist. Maybe they've got like a gardener.
Maybe they've got a lawn care person.
No, it always makes me laugh because like that, like when he shows it, I'm like, who moved the body? That's not where he was at.
I mean, probably Ben. Ben probably moved the body.
Ben probably was like this, like, I'm going to make her fall down the hill to go to his body and maybe she lands on the stick too. I don't know. But yeah, no, it always makes me laugh with that. But yeah, I mean, there's this, like I said, this was going to be a brief one. There's not really what next we get, isn't it Michael though? Isn't it?
Do we get Michael in the next one?
I think that's episode 7. What episode's this?
6.
So yeah, I think it's the cliffhanger of the next episode because episode 8 is Michael's flashback.
Next episode. Oh God, I don't want to do it. I'm not showing up.
All right,
next
next
episode is Ji Young.
Okay,
that's
so
when we
Ji
find
Young
out.
is next.
At the very end,
Kevin Johnson is after that.
At the very end, he walks out and we see him, but we don't get Kevin Johnson until the next one. Yeah.
The only other thing on this episode is like this is the first time within the story that we see that Charles Widmore is going to be a much bigger presence in terms of like an overriding villain of the story, like not just in a flashback where Desmond's like, this guy sucks, but rather he has connections to the island. Kristin just remembered something. What's happened?
I figured out something we can like actually spoil
Exciting.
that we haven't spoiled before. Ben tells Locke, I don't like, he said, why does he want to find the island? And he's like, I don't know anything about him. Like, here's some stuff I pulled up. But we forget that Widmore was the actual original leader back when because we're going to time travel in 5. And so him and Locke, like, Ben have a huge, like, relationship, if you want to call it that. Ben lied in this, and so we're going to find out that he lied.
Ben lied?
Extensively to
Really?
Locke. But yeah, no, like
that is surprising.
I know. It's
I didn't think Ben had that in it.
Linus?
I know. I spoiled that for you guys. I'm so sorry. I'm just kidding.
Benjamin Linus.
Lie. Yeah. No, but that is something I just thought of, like, that was a lot, like, obviously a lie, but like they have a major connection because little baby Ben, like, Widmore was the one with Faraday's mom.
Yeah.
Who was also Widmore's son.
We've got a lot of Widmore to come. I'm so excited. Like, the Widmore section of the story is so much fun to me.
Yeah. No, there's a lot. But yeah, I mean, that's a technical spoiler we haven't talked about. There we go.
Yep.
They know each other. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, he does actually know what Widmore is trying to do.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
And he knows exactly why Widmore's coming for him.
Yes.
Like, yeah. Ben's the one that exiled him.
Right. Yes. Yes. Yeah. All right. Is that it? We're wrapping it up.
I think so.
Prepare for Jin to die next episode.
Stop it. I hate this episode so much. I don't want to do it.
Bye, Jin. It's only Jin.
Stop. I can't. Like, when we spend the entire episode thinking he's rushing to the hospital and then they show up at the gravesite with Hurley, I can't. I don't know if I can show up for this one, guys. It's so bad. So bad.
Okay, he's not really dead. It's fine.
It's
yeah, but then he gets there. He never meets his daughter. It's so horrible.
Because I've seen people online hate on Sun, like that Sun's just a liar. She lies all the time, and she cheat. Like, I don't care. I love Sun and Jin. They're so sweet and they're so cute, and I love them. I love that they like reconnected and refound each other, even though their relationship was broken. I love them.
Also, we're not gonna find out how Jin died though until Kevin Johnson, but we'll see that.
No, we're not gonna find out that until the season 4 finale.
Well, I mean, we're gonna get more of, like, obviously the freighters, you know what I mean, gonna blow up and whatnot. But no, I just meant, like, we're gonna know that he died because they're at the gravesite. Oh, when Hurley shows up, I can't. All right, I'm going to start crying about it if I think about it, and I have to prepare myself for next week. Okay. All right, with that, like, comment, subscribe. No spoilers for Jake. I mean, he guesses them anyway, so whatever. I mean, maybe at this point. But yeah.
And we haven't for too long. Wrap it up.
Bye.
Bye.